Okay, let me get this straight. So you like to watch, and don't run off after I say this. Don't click off the vid because I'm just telling it like it is. You like to watch other men clap the cheeks that you wish you could clap and that you think you should be clapping. You hear how pathetic that sounds when I say it out loud? Now I'm trying to draw out this intro a little bit because of YouTube policy and whatnot. But that's basically what you're doing when you're watching porn. You're watching another man clap the cheeks that you want to clap, that you think you should be clapping. Super pathetic. Now, I'm not really here to shit on you or anything. I'm just here to give you a little reminder and to make you a bit more aware and a bit more conscious of what you're doing when you're sitting and you got the lotion out, you got your paper towels out, or your sock or whatever you like to do when you got it out. I don't think a lot of y'all realize how much of a waste of time it is when you sit around and watch the corn. I think I'll use corn for this video. Even though I don't like to censor myself anymore since we can cuss a little bit more on YouTube, but when you sit and watch corn, bro, it's the biggest waste of time ever. You're not gonna tell me I'm not lying. I used to deal with it too. I used to also have that same problem where I would sit and watch corn sometimes, but there came a point where I started to get really conscious of my actions and what I was doing, and me being conscious of my actions and realizing how pathetic it was of me to sit around and watch others clap the cheeks that I want to clap, of women who don't even know I exist, made me realize how much of a loser I was for doing it. And it made me want to make a change real quick. That's the same thing I want for you, man. Cut that shit off, because at the end of the day, you win nothing. It doesn't make you any better of a person, because personally, I enjoy going out and the pursue and the intersexual dynamics. I enjoy that shit. And the enjoyment started to come a lot when I cut off the corn. When I got rid of the porn, man. It's not an easy battle. It's not an easy fight. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I actually have an older video of the 3 things or 5 things. I don't remember how many things I listed in that video, of the things I did to get rid of it. You can also go and watch that too. Might make a newer version of it. But it's not an easy battle, and I know, trust me, because it plays so much on our biological needs as men. We wake up, we go outside, we see beautiful women every single day, and then a lot of guys, they're so afraid to go up to women and talk to them and, just have conversations. They can't even have normal conversations with them. And then you go back home and you see your room, you pull out your device, you start tugging your shit. You know what I'm saying? That is wild. You don't see how wild that is? When you really sit and think about it and you're conscious about what you're doing, you realize how wild that shit is. And the thing that really made me get off of it was the fact that, like I said, I became conscious of it, but I did this one thing, and it was that I stepped outside of myself and I imagined myself watching porn. Imagine yourself doing that. You having a shadow version of you behind you watching yourself do that. Would that dude be proud of you? I don't think so. There's a lot of people that want to give it up and stop watching it, but at the same time, bro, you have to be ready to make changes in here. A lot of people that wanted to quit 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, last year, but they still haven't done it because they haven't changed anything on the inside. That's another thing too. You kind of have to reverse engineer the guy that you see yourself off of porn. You have to see that guy and who he is, how he behaves, what he thinks about, how he thinks, all these things. You have to see them. And that was another turning point for me when I started to see that. The guy that I am today, I saw him already 2-3 years ago. I saw him and he wasn't sitting around watching porn. He was out talking to women and getting to know them and doing his thing, right? And in order for me to do that, to become let me rephrase. In order for me to become the guy that I am today, does that even make sense? Y'all know what I mean. But the person I am standing here today, it's sitting here today rather, he had to do some different things. He had to think a different way. He had to do things a different way. And one of them was cutting off porn. And it got so much easier to do it when I realized what was at the end of it. And it was like real intimate relationships with real women that I actually want to clap, and just a better version of me. How does that not drive you to stop watching porn? Because y'all gotta understand this porn thing. I'm deep in the video now, I can say it. But this porn thing, it's something that just, I think it keeps a lot of guys weak. A lot of guys weak. There's guys that, I'll go out and I'll speak to them, and they can't even hold eye contact with me because or with other men, not even just me in general. They can't hold eye contact in conversations because, they just sit around and watch porn, and they have this low self-esteem about themselves and this low self-confidence because the only way they can release that energy that's built up within them, that's sexual, the only way they release it is via some pixels on their phone of another dude smashing a chick that they want to smash. And again, the lady in the video, she doesn't even know you exist. Think about that too. She doesn't know you exist, bro. So why are you still doing it? But when you start to do those behaviors, man, or let me rephrase myself again. When you're sitting on your device watching those pixels, man, it's honestly just dampening you as well, because yes, at the end of it, there is a source of pleasure, but that pleasure will never amount to you chasing your purpose. It'll never amount to you having actual, real, intimate relationships with women. At all. It's so different. It's so, imagine your phone, bro, or your laptop, whatever you're watching the corn on, bro. It'll never amount to the real thing. It'll never amount to the real thing. And using your hand too, bro. Your hand. Why not use those hands to touch the opposite gender? You know what I'm saying? It'll never amount to that. You know what I'm saying? Got to get off this stuff, man. Got to cut the porn off when you want to become a guy that's him, or just become a better version of yourself. It's something that it shouldn't be needed in your life. At this point, oops, I think I just spit. But at this point, it's not even a thought in my mind. At this point, it's not a thought in my mind at all. It's not something I would ever go back to because of the experiences that I've had and just the way I live life and the way I feel about myself after cutting it off. But you're also going to have this willpower to you, this willingness to you to cut it off. Now, I know a lot of y'all are religious and whatnot. You could pray to God or Allah or whatever to give you the strength. But dog, it's a biological thing. We're all humans. We have these sexual desires and urges. But you have to basically control yourself and tell yourself that everything's going to be all right if I don't pull out this phone and tug my shit. You know what I'm saying? You can pray as much as you want. You can do all that. But dog, it's this willingness inside you that you really have to find and dig deep and find in order to cut the porn off, man. I'm telling you. You got to be hard with yourself. Everything's too easy. A lot of y'all don't want to do it because it's hard. Imagine you conquering porn and conquering this desire to pull out your phone, pull out the lotion and everything. Like the one thing that us men think about literally from the moment we wake up. You conquering that urge to do it so impulsively. Imagine how much your life will change around. Imagine how much it'll change around. How much of a better person and a more confident person, a more secure person that you'll be of yourself. You know? And then the best part is, again, porn doesn't add up to the real thing. Once you start to experience the real thing a lot more, and sometimes just not even having to do it, just being around the opposite gender and being able to communicate and stuff, you just feel confident about yourself, you know? You feel so much better about yourself. Because at the end of the day, it's not all about the cheeks, man. You have a purpose, you have a goal, you have these things that you want to accomplish within your life. Those things start to take up a lot of headspace and a lot of your energy. And when your energy goes towards that, man, there's no better feeling on this planet, honestly. Better than sex, to be honest with you. And then as a result of you just becoming better and better and better, they also see it. The women also see it. They admire you. The right ones that are supposed to be in your life, they'll start to come around, They'll start to come around, and it'll be easy for you to bag those, because you are who you are at that point after you've cut off the porn, right? I'm telling you, man, cut this shit off. Leave it the fuck alone. It is so pathetic. It is one of the... I'm not going to stand here and act like I'm perfect or nothing. It is something that I've cut off. It's something I haven't watched in two years now, 3 years, possibly. I've got the numbers all messed up in my head, but that's how long it's been, to put it like that. But y'all do realize it's keeping y'all so weak. It's keeping y'all dumbed down, and it's just killing your confidence. It's killing who you are on the inside, bro. But cut this shit off. Get rid of it, man, for real. And I promise you, your life is going to change for the better. That's it for me. For one-on-one consultations, check the link in the description, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.